Looking Up is a live streaming concert devoted to sculpture and music taking place on November 19th. It's co-presented by Austin Classical Guitar and the Contemporary Austin. Looking Up will feature the Austin Guitar Quartet and the Sculpture Garden at Laguna Gloria. My name is Joe Williams. I'm the artistic director for Austin Classical Guitar, and I am so excited to be joined today by Andrea Mellard, Director of Public Programs and Community Engagement for the Contemporary Austin. Welcome, Andrea.
Thank you, Joe. It's such a pleasure to be in conversation with you, and I'm really excited about the performance on the 19th.
Me too. We've been deep at work on this project for months and months, and I'd love to start with the space itself, Laguna Gloria, one of the most beautiful places in our city. How does a sculpture garden function now in the time of a pandemic?
Well, I have loved Laguna Gloria for a long time, and my appreciation for it has only renewed over the last year. Some people are familiar with it and have seen it expand with the Betty and Edward Marcus Sculpture Park that brought over 20 sculptures in the last 6 years. And those sculptures are dotted all throughout the 12-acre park. They are hanging from the trees. They are resting at the water's edge. They're, poking up into the sky over the villa's rooftop. And it's really a combination of nature and art together that is so powerful and really changes with each visit over time. So to the extent that we have fall in Austin, we're seeing, some changing in the color. We're seeing birds migrating through. It's really one of my favorite ways to experience art, and then bringing music together with the work of art that is this natural site and the sculptures made by so many contemporary artists. I think it just makes for an even richer experience.
Without a doubt, I was so happy to have spent some time there this week in our pre-recorded footage shoots, and it is just so beautiful. It's such a lucky thing that people can visit Laguna Gloria now. You have a reservation system, and people can go and see these amazing sculptures in this beautiful landscape and get some relief. I feel
It has been such a joy to reopen Laguna Gloria and our downtown Jones Center site to the public. Like so many people in spring, when the world changed and our individual worlds became smaller, I had this greater appreciation for the nature in my yard. I was looking at trees I'd never paid attention to. I was learning about the birds, and I must have walked every square block and alley in my neighborhood, to monotony. So to be able to go someplace truly beautiful outside and have an experience that felt safe, that was inspiring with, our groundskeepers all spring kept working, things kept growing. The pandemic did not affect the landscape in any way. So to be able to return to that and have, a space that feels new, is full of discovery, has inspiration, just can let me catch my breath and, unwind and uncoil. I think that the performance, I hope, will do that. And it was really great to walk with you and walk with the musicians and see the park through your eyes and see what they responded to, and how they want to translate that into music.
Wow, I love that. And I was kind of marveling that in the same way. This whole concert is really a, a kind of a guided tour through the gardens and showcasing maybe a common path, a common connection between a sculpture and a piece of music. And I was wondering, could you maybe talk about how that might move you, if you what you've noticed about the relationship between music and sculpture, and what maybe people can look forward to uh, in your view with this concert?
Yeah. I think the thing that connects the music and the sculpture is a different approach to time. That is so apparent when you are in nature, you're noticing the quality of light, you're noticing the living things around you that are affected by their own seasons. There's a permanence or a monumentality to the material of the sculptures. You have, bronze and
Mm.
steel, stone. It's just a reminder of the different rates of time. So the way that the music then brings in its own relationship to time and to rhythm, I think that that is the quality of the intersection between these two artistic disciplines that really stood out for me.
Wow, I love that, Andrew. And I also, I mean, in that same way, we'll have recorded videos that were recorded just this week to be premiered next week. And at the same time, that will be interwoven with a live performance in the villa at Laguna Gloria. So there's all these levels of time and permanence and impermanence. Wow, I love that you pointed that out.
And there is an optimism in
Mm.
behind our intention with this program. We're titling it after Looking Up, which was one of the most iconic sculptures in the park, a 33-foot tall silvery figure by the artist Tom Friedman, who's taller than the historic Driscoll Villa, taller than the trees that have been there much longer. And he can see beyond this plane and moment and realm. So, I appreciate both in the art and in the musical performance as well. This meditation on time is just a reminder for me that this might be a challenging moment, but it is a moment, and there will be new moments, and hopefully there'll be optimistic moments.
Part live stream, part curated tour. I hope you will join us for Looking Up on November 19th. The performance is free, donations are welcome, and you can find out more and RSVP at thecontemporaryaustin.org and austinclassicalguitar.org. Thank you, Andrea.
Thank you, Joe.